Okay, today it's great to be with you once again. Today I'll be talking about divorce, and I know there are a lot of perception that people have when it comes to divorce, but the truth is that there are some tenable reasons why you may want to divorce. Societal wise, it may not be, people may not tend to accept it. Religious wise, people may not tend not to be comfortable with it. But I feel that there are some things that may happen in a relationship that will warrant a man or a woman to step aside, either to separate or to divorce or to just call it quits in the relationship. And today, I'll be looking at some of those reasons that will or that can make you to divorce or to go out of a relationship. The number one reason that may warrant you to go out of a relationship is when there is physical abuse. This is very common reason. A situation whereby you have a man battering or beating the wife, it is not permissible. If you need somebody to punch as a man, look for a man like you to fight with, to punch with, not your wife. So a situation whereby a man is beating a woman, the woman can decide to divorce. Or a situation whereby you have a woman beating a man. Are you surprised? Yes. I've seen and I've had cases where it is the woman that is actually abusing the man physically. So when we are such situation, it is permissible for either of the party to divorce themselves or to separate, as the case may be. Okay? When we also have sexual abuse, before we go to sexual abuse, there's another form of abuse that is even worse than physical abuse, which is emotional abuse. A lot of people don't really say much about emotional abuse, but the truth is that there are so many people that are in marriage or relationship and they are passing through emotional abuse, and people tend to look at them. After all, is not beating you. After all, it's not inflicting any injury on you. So why do you want to get out of the relationship? Why do you want to get out of the marriage? But let me tell you the truth. Emotional abuse is worse than physical abuse. There may be no mark, there may be no scratch, there may be no beating, there may be no cut, but the bleeding of the heart, the bruises on the heart is even worse than the physical bruises. So if you are in a marriage or you're in a relationship and you are experiencing emotional abuse, whereby the person is saying hurtful words, saying things that are traumatizing you emotionally, it is better you step out of such a relationship. Then, if you are in a relationship and you find out that the person is abusing you sexually, sexually abusing you in the sense that they have turned you into a beast in that marriage. They abuse you. They are not even caring about your emotion sexually. Whether you are emotionally aroused or not is none of their business. All they're interested in is just to have sex with you. They are not interested in your health condition. They are not interested whether you are physically or emotionally ready for such. If you have somebody and you are dating or you're going out with such person, it is better you step out of such relationship. Then the next reason why you may want to step out of a relationship, or as in you may want to divorce, is when there is financial deprivation. When a man is forming or has formed the habit of depriving the wife financially what is meant to her. Yes, a woman may be working in order to be able to support herself, but at the same time, the man is expected to support the home. Is your responsibility as a man to support the home. You cannot abandon your financial responsibility to your home and expect your woman to still be faithful or to still stand by you. So when you have a situation whereby the man has abandoned his financial responsibility to the home, he has formed the habit of depriving the family of upkeep, depriving the family of home maintenance fee or anything to make them comfortable, then the woman, as the case may be, may decide to step aside. Okay? Now, the other case where you may also decide to call it quit in a relationship is where there is a perennial case of adultery, whereby the other sex is fond of is committing immorality or engaging in sexual relationship that is bound to tear the relationship apart. Yes, the Bible talks about this as a reason for divorce. In as much as people may also want to divorce for this reason, I also want to encourage. Let me just say this, by the way. In as much as the Bible talked about immorality or adultery as a basis for divorce, there should also be a room for forgiveness. Okay, there should also be a room for forgiveness. When you have a partner who engages in adultery, you can just make up your mind, which is advisable, to forgive them instead of stepping out of the relationship, except it has become a regular thing that you cannot handle anymore. Then you can decide to step out of that relationship. Then the other reason why you may divorce, or divorce maybe is allowed, is because when there is abandonment. When your partner abandons you, he doesn't fulfill his conjugal responsibility. He does not fulfill his responsibility as a wife or as a husband in that relationship. Maybe your husband decides to abandon you and travel out for a very long time. Or maybe your wife decides to abandon you and travel out for a very long time and fails to fulfill their marital responsibility. Then you can decide to separate or to divorce, as the case may be. Then the other reason why you may also divorce may also be as a result of sexlessness in a marriage. When you have a marriage and you as a man, you are not fulfilling your sexual responsibility to your wife, she can decide to cut off, she can decide to divorce. Or probably you're a woman and you are not giving your husband the sexual satisfactions in need. You're not fulfilling his sexual need. And it's not as if you are having medical condition. It's not as if you are having health issues. You just decide not to. You just take up that decision on your own. Then the man may decide to divorce. The woman may also decide to divorce you. Okay? Then the last point that may serve as a basis for divorce is when either of the partner has engaged themselves in occultism, as in they have made up their mind to engage in occultic practices, worship of Satan, witchcraft, or they have engaged themselves in worship, on idol worship, or things that are inimical to your belief, to your spiritual belief. Then you have every reason to divorce them. Okay, so if your partner engages in ritualism or begins to manifest an idea that is contrary to your spiritual belief, you can also, for that reason, engage yourself in divorce. I believe you've been able to pick one thing. If you have any question or you have any contrary opinion to what I've said, like I said earlier on, these are just my personal opinion. If you have any contrary opinion, you can make use of the comment section to hear your opinion. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do me well to subscribe to my channel. And to my returning subscribers, thank you, God bless you, and bye for now.